Both Donnie and I started our families at about the same time. It was the 1950s, and because we both had two daughters about the same age, we did a lot of things together. Donnie and Donna Mae lived about a mile from us, so we got together often. We even went on vacations together. We had so much in common with our Ward's Island background and the kids being the same age. We went to the Detroit Zoo together, made trips to Niagara Falls and New York City. At one time, we started out separately and ended up crossing paths in the Smoky Mountains, at the same motel room a day apart. We know this because the proprietor told us they had a family just like ours check in yesterday with the same name. How spooky is that? When our family did travel alone, our favorite spot was the West Motel in Mansfield, Ohio. I think we ended up there at least 4 times when traveling to the States. Perfect for the kids. It had a swimming pool with a big slide and ponies and just a great atmosphere. Our first big trip, however, was when Penny was about a year old and we wanted to take her to Disneyland in California. We were young and didn't know any better. I sold the big 1953 Mercury car and traded it for a little English Vauxhall. That way we can afford the trip. It was a new car, but fell apart during the trip. It was very hot going through the desert, so I bought a rubber swimming pool and put it in the back seat and put Penny in it so she could slosh around and keep cool. At one point going through Utah, Penny got a high fever, so we took her to the Salt Lake City hospital and they gave her 1 million units of penicillin. Apparently she got some bad milk. We found out later that some states are not required to pasteurize milk. That was scary. 1968, we did this trip again, but we flew. Penny was 11 and Becky 6. We finally got it right, except for the close call. Planning for the trip, I learned that you can take a helicopter from the airport and land right in the center of Disneyland. So we arranged this. Before we went on the flight, we heard that one of the helicopters had crashed. We kept our booking and did the helicopter thing anyway. We were young and fearless, a white-knuckle flight. The helicopter was shaking itself apart. The bolts holding the seats were loose, and everything was rattling and shaking. When we got back down on the ground, I canceled the return flight, and we went back to the airport by bus. A week after we got home, we found out that another Disneyland helicopter went down, killing everybody. We were not surprised. We were obviously very lucky because the crash killed 28 people.